Hey YouTube, this is Boneyard Stuff here. We are going to do a quick review and we're going to do a few little tests with this knife. This is a knife that's pretty popular at the flea markets. This knife sells for about $10, it's in that $10 price range. I've seen them in catalogs up to, about 20 bucks. They have a seatbelt cutter as well as a glass punch. I'm fairly certain the glass punch works, so I'm not going to test that. A rock will break a window, so I'm pretty sure that a steel point will break a window as well. As you can see if I can get a close-up of this. This is a metal point on the end of this thing, and I'm fairly sure that that'll break a window. Seeing as how, like I said, you could break a window with a dull rock. But at any rate, I'm just going to go ahead and just do a quick review on it. Then we're going to take it out to the shop and just try to cut a few things. I've got some webbing that is very similar to a seat belt. And we're going to try to cut some webbing. We're going to try to cut a few other things. Just some standard stuff that you would cut carrying around a pocket knife. I just want to see how this knife works. When people ask me if the seat belt cutter works, I have to tell them at this point I'm not sure. So we're going to try it, and we're going to see if it'll actually work. So anyway, let's get started. We've got this one is a firefighter version. They make these in Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. They've got a sniper, they've got a sheriff, they've got a police. Really popular ones are the sheriff ones. The sheriffs are all black. On the blade, they say sheriff, just like this says firefighter. So the sheriff ones are really popular, especially with the local law enforcement. They really like them. They're a cheap knife. They can actually use it. And if it breaks, if it gets destroyed, it doesn't really matter. It's a $10 knife. They kind of get what you pay for. The size is a 4-inch blade with a little over a 4-inch handle, so your overall length is just about 8 inches with the tip here, I'm sure. The weight, I'm not really sure about the weight. It's a fairly light knife. It's not too heavy. It's aluminum handle, and it's got these cutouts here so that it loosen it up. And it's also got a hollow back, so that takes away even more weight. The blade, as you can see, is got black. I would say probably black, like a powder coat or some sort of black finish on it. And the steel, I'm not sure. It's probably like a 440 stainless because it's a pretty hard steel basically on the blade. Let's see if we can't get a close-up here. It says stainless, China. So that's that. It doesn't really tell you what kind of steel. The box doesn't really tell you anything about what kind of steel it is. It's a liner lock, which a lot of the new knives now are liner lock, especially the cheaper ones. It's pretty quick. It opens nice and fast. It's not hard to deploy. With this little ear here, you just press it down and it's not too bad to hold. You've got these ears on both sides with the thumb studs, so... and it's also got some jimping here, which is, kind of pointless, but it's got jimping on the liner lock. No jimping on the back here except for on the ears, but, you can hold it fairly well. With these ears, your hands shouldn't slide too much. And like I said, it does open rather quickly. It'll open just as quick with the ears with a little practice. Well, something like that. But anyway... it's also got the seatbelt cutter. This is the thing that I'm really curious about, and like I said, the glass punch. The lockup, it locks up pretty tight. It's got the liner lock here, so it locks up pretty tight. I have some of the things that I have had problems with this knife coming back. The liner lock has gone past the blade because this is such a thin material here. It's gone past the blade a couple times. I've got a couple back like that, and A lot of times these have been coming back from the screws falling out. Most people don't, they don't try to take care of a knife. They don't tighten things. They don't oil things. They just, they just want it to work forever. But, at any rate, it's, for $10, it's a decent knife. It's fits in your pocket rather well. It fits nice and deep. You can see it goes all the way. If you look, once it's under here, it goes all the way. That's all that shows. So, you're pretty well off there. Can't really see it too much. The clip design is just a metal clip on the back here. This I haven't seen come back damaged at all. The worst thing is I see some of the coating come off of here, and it goes back to metal. I think it would probably be better off without the paint or whatever coating that is, so then it doesn't wear off. It would be nothing to wear off. The durability, like I said, they're okay in the durability factor. Once again, we're talking about a $10 knife, so I really can't say I haven't used it too much, but we're going to try it out a bit, see how it does. I have had a couple come back from the screws falling out of it. From guys that are actually using them every day. So I think if it's taken care of, you probably get some good, some good time out of it. Anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and take it out to the shop and just run it through a couple of quick tests. Like I said, we're going to try to cut maybe some tubing, some webbing, and some wire, and just a few different things. See how it holds up and see how it does in that end. So anyway, Boneyard Stuff. We'll be back in a few. Hi YouTube, here we are. Sorry about the echo, I'm out in my shop. Here's a few things that we're going to try and cut. We've got, this is cord for a weed eater. This is that webbing I was talking about. This is really similar to my seatbelt in my truck. We got some 550. We've got wire. We've got 550 paracord. We've got just some regular wire. We've got some string. We've also got some piping for screen doors. Just a few different little things. Some black pipe, some black tubing. This is a fuel line, I think, off my Harley. But anyway, here's a quick view of my baby. Yeah. There's my other baby. Anyway, alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and set up the old tripod and get going on this stuff and see how this little knife does. So I'll be right back.